repeat it? This is a
One
set of.
second, one second, one second, one second. Yeah, now you can start.
Okay, so this is a set of 10 multiple choice questions. They're all black to play first. Has everybody written down their answer because I can't keep changing windows.
Okay. Yeah. Only the fallen poet is. Oh no, he has. So yeah, everyone has.
Okay, so some answer. What did you write down?
I think we have two G's, one D, and one A.
Okay, the best. Let's see. A. So if black plays this, then what would white like to play next?
He'll either take away base or enclose the black group.
Yeah, I would say
So,
F7.
yep,
Yeah.
this would be a very punishing move because the only thing now black can do is probably this. White has some forcing moves like this. Now, what could have been a large black area now is barely 5 points.
Hmm.
And same reason, B and C cannot be played either. If black plays on B and C, white is going to play on E no matter what. Didn't
But
anybody
the rest
think
of the
that?
board is so open. I would just, I mean,
Yeah, but
fine.
now
We are
we
in trouble
have
a little bit there.
first urgent, then big. So while they are big, there are things that are a bit more urgent. So nobody thought about F.
No, it doesn't seem to go anywhere.
Yeah, F is useless.
Yeah.
Okay, so the last we have is E, D, or G. So we have
They're
a D and
both
we have a
G's.
G. Yeah. So now same reason, if we take the G, white will proceed with the original plan. So again, black is probably has 7 or 8 points down here, and white has a large area here.
Why would black respond with E7? Can you go back?
So let's say white,
Yeah,
then
I was reading something like E9 or something out here. Give away the two stones, keep the base, and extend out.
extend out. But then you can see that black doesn't have much potential now here anymore
That's
because
true.
white
That's true.
has. So white is pretty much happy to do this. ऐसा कुछ करेगा. Now white has a nice base, and black is left with almost nothing. Now, so the choice remaining is D versus V. So now E is a solid move, but it is too concentrated. Black has a nice wall here, and these three stones are very concentrated. So in this position, the correct answer would be a D. Now, what are some possible white
Okay.
follow-ups? So if you propose a follow-up for white, we can see what black may do.
C7, D7, D8.
Let's say white comes here, black can now go out. So while black doesn't have much of an area here, he is still pretty solid and he can go out.
Yeah, it looks like basically white's wall becomes much weaker as a result of the F8 stone.
Yeah. Or even there can be some attack like this.
Hmm.
If white tries to peep, doesn't go anywhere. So in this case, now black can maybe make a tiger's mouth and put pressure on this lone stone. And black is still ahead of white. So black has the opportunity to go out into the center.
Hmm.
So that was position one. G, not so good because again white can cramp up black. All right, position 2.
Okay.
Position 2. Look at the board, propose an answer.
This is also black to play, right?
They're all black to play.
Okay. Okay.
So answer lock
I
करें.
think only Shashwat is wrong.
Wait. Yeah.
Okay, what are your answers?
Does A, C, and E?
Okay, so does anybody recognize what is this big shape on the bottom right?
Wait, is there a name for it? Is it a
So
Joseki?
yes, this is the infamous avalanche Joseki.
Oh.
Oh,
So if both sides play the avalanche Joseki perfectly, this is the kind of shape that you'll end up with. One mistake and you're screwed. So that's a pretty good reason why never to get into the avalanche Joseki unless you want to learn 50 steps of the Joseki.
Oh,
so
it
is this
doesn't
the
work.
end of the Joseki or we're still
No,
in the
no,
middle?
it's. I guess it's still going on. That's why this question is here. What is the next correct step? Okay, so we had an A, C, and E. तो पहले A देखते हैं. So if black plays here, what would white like to do?
S1?
P4. P4.
O4 also, no, O5 also accepted.
So 1, 2. Somebody said S1. Okay, so if you remember the shapes lecture, do you remember a shape point that black and white both want to get?
There are many of those now.
Middle of 3.
Yep, middle of 3. So point number 2 is the vital point for both black and white. Black wants it to be able to make good shape, and white wants it to destroy black shape.
Yeah.
So let's say white plays this. Now what are the possibilities left for black? The only
Connects.
possible moves left for black will be making an ugly shape like this. Anything else that black does, these three are captured.
Yeah.
So so this is the only thing that black can do. And then white can keep attacking, doing stuff like this. So black has a very heavy and inefficient shape that is not doing anything. And white is getting out into the center, gaining territory.
I'm pretty sure white can kill black.
Yeah.
I think you just play
Black
P4,
has to be dead.
O4. I think O4 kills black.
At the start.
No. After that.
Well, it's possible there is a lot of capturing races happening on the bottom, so
I'd say start with O3. Because like those 4 white squares otherwise would die. If I plays O3.
so O3 now.
No, O3 leaves weakness. I wasn't very happy with O3. But yeah, I think there should be a way out there. Just push through on O4, then cap on N4.
No, that doesn't work. Black has 2 more
Why?
points. Yeah, because exactly.
No, this
exactly.
works. Right? No.
Snap.
P6 kills.
Okay, that. Is there anything else? What else can black do?
Nothing else seems to work severely enough.
Okay,
This
so
works.
yeah, so if white manages to cap over here, black is dead. Oh, black can do this.
No, it doesn't matter. You can play O3
Even
and then
O3.
N4 again. Yeah.
Black
No,
can try to-
why do the code? Just play N4.
Okay, black goes out.
Yeah, no.
No, this doesn't work. I'm saying if black plays P5, white would never start the code. White doesn't need to.
P6.
Ah, right.
So yeah, basically O5 kills.
So if black does not play in this Joseki area, white is going to play C. So we have to look at this local area. So what choices do we have? We have B, D, B, C, and D. B also does not affect this shape at all. So we are only left with C and D. So between C and D, what should black play? Again, if black wants to go to the shape point, then black have to go here.
Yeah, C is the obvious shape point.
What happens if white plays P5?
That crane's nest will not happen here. Then how will white follow up? Connect?
No, traditionally white plays on the outside. But yeah, that might not work.
Okay, so I can just show the
No, black
crane's
can get
nest.
out. Yeah, what is this crane's nest?
Two more stones. At H11 and M11. Yeah, so this is the crane's nest test.
Hi. So now it is white to kill. How does white kill black?
Yeah, K11.
And black has to go out then.
Then J, no. Oh, I thought that worked.
It does work, Akshay. Just spend a little more time.
So where can we not allow black to play?
Ah, okay, yes, sorry. We need to play at J12. Yeah.
Okay, now black captures.
Yeah, and then L12. Yeah.
Yep. So that is crane's nest. This is a TFG.
Yeah, I knew this. Okay.
Yeah, so we have seen the shapes, but we can't recognize that in the game. Okay, so the answer over here is black has to play at C.
Can
So,
the pawns also
by the
attack
way,
B?
side question:
Hmm.
if black plays elsewhere,
Yeah.
can white still kill by playing p4, by directly cutting at p4?
E4. So
Because that
black
was my
doesn't
first
play.
instinct before I thought about.
So there are the so
Okay.
Yeah, this doesn't work because you can. It's a ladder
so,
now.
no,
Yeah,
no,
black gets out.
No,
no,
It's
it's
a
dead.
it
ladder.
does. It's a ladder.
Oh yeah. Ah. Okay.
So this kind of squeezing has a name. I don't remember the name.
I think it's called squeeze, right? The squeeze system.
Yeah, the English word is called squeeze. Japanese name is something fancy. Starts with a double O.
Okay.
So my concern was, and I was actually the one who said S1. My concern is that I read this out a little too late. I realized that this dies if white gets a chance out here. But the point is that these three black stones are going to die anyway before the white stones die, right? R5 lives. How is this a Joseki? How is it good for black?
I don't know. I never followed the whole Avalanche Joseki.
I wouldn't mind being white out here, honestly, even if black gets a stone at 05.
Let's check out the Avalanche.
I don't understand what white is getting either. They're both so mixed up.
So how does the Avalanche start?
Large avalanche.
Yeah.
B is the large avalanche. Avalanche is actually surprisingly standard sequence. Everyone has played this. The point is that what I end up doing in this is I just play the connect. I don't get into avalanche.
Standard. And now starting the Avalanche. यहाँ पर Avalanche start हो गया है. And how do we go to large Avalanche?
B is large avalanche. And then Hane.
Now you can play this whole thing out. It has been researched over the centuries. But in all videos that I watch, they always say never play Avalanche. You will never remember this. Okay, one is different from our problem. So this is one possible end of the Avalanche.
So white is getting basically the outside here.
And the inside. No, sorry,
white,
black is
yeah,
getting.
white is getting everything. Yeah.
No, what is white getting? Black is getting the inside. Not now, not after S14.
Huh.
I think in our variation, R14 is not played, right? Can you go back there?
Yeah, there are a couple of differences.
Yeah, there are some differences.
And
So I only remember this is Avalanche because of this kind of shape.
Oh, P7 is played instead. So let's make that move.
yeah, exactly. That one was an extend instead of a connect.
So no, Q18 will be played.
Q18.
Then, wait, there's one more move somewhere else.
L17.
This on the outside and this.
Yeah.
And then if black on the outside, let's make a bamboo, black white does something else, black does something else, white does something else. Yep. So this is the end of the Joseki.
Wow.
So who wants to
White
remember?
gets nothing.
But white did not totally collapse either.
So we black group to attack for white.
It's white's turn right now, right? So,
Yeah.
oh, so he gets the inside, no? Then if he has center,
No, he
he
doesn't
should
have the
kill the black
inside.
group.
O18 is alive. R18 dies first.
Hmm. Is it P90?
Topic for another era. Right. Moving on. Position number 3. Again, black to play. Options.
Is everyone
C
done?
and E. Not the fallen poet.
The fallen poet is Soumya, by the way.
Ah, okay.
Okay, so we have C and A. Any other answers?
No, C and E.
Okay, C and E
And there's J as well.
Now we have J.
and J. Okay, so just like last
Soumya has
question, this is
balls.
so just like last time,
Okay.
this is also a Jyothiki question.
But this is not a standard Joseki, no? This is...
It is a
It
standard
looks like a
Jyothiki.
standard.
Oh, this is the double approach.
Yep. So how do you get there?
Tenuki.
This is how we get to this situation. Okay, so let's start with one answer was E, right?
Yeah.
So white would quite, if white has to split, what happens?
It can't. That's protected.
So this is one possible thing that can happen. Black doesn't have a base.
Black doesn't have a base, but he can't be split either. So escape.
So that's one big ship that can be killed now. So let's try B. So why wouldn't black want to do this? Because he's just helping white getting a nice shape.
Yeah.
So F is a possibility if black really wants to attack.
Well, white can comfortably go into the corner from here, I think. C16. C16.
Yeah, so if white takes the corner, then black can keep attacking the stone.
No, I meant with that stone, C14 can easily be extended into the corner, no? But with C16. Yeah. No, before going to E14. Yeah.
Yeah, so stuff like this could happen, and black is left as a corner or a base.
Yeah, but black will surround white completely then, around the corner.
So in this case, the typical answer would be this.
Wow, really? Okay.
This is
the
Joseki.
right answer.
What if white
So what
wants
happens
to
if
push?
white cuts? Yeah, what if white cuts?
Now, how will black respond? Any options? Black really has only two options: either block or extend. Which one will black choose?
Extend.
If black tries to block, then white splits and black is in trouble. So black will extend. White continues cutting. What will black do next?
Extend more.
Sorry?
Extend more. It should continue extending.
Yep. And now black has a nice big corner. So in this case, this is Joseki, and that's the correct answer.
Karan, according to Josekipedia, that was actually a bad shape move or something. Not this. This is the correct response. But if you push out once more and a third time, now black should not play a C13.
Then what should black do? Maybe get this stone out of it before taking that.
I'm trying to see what happens if black plays C13 as white cuts at D13. No, that stone's not important. We're talking only about the corner right now.
Okay, so what does black do now?
So black should push once more. Because if black Hane is out there, then white cuts, and then white can basically take a little bit more of the outside. If black does nothing, that's a problem. So black will normally try to capture the C14 stone.
Yeah.
What I'm seeing out here is two variations. One is no, I think basically it's saying this is the correct sequence. This is where it ends the Joseki according to Josekipedia. It's just saying that C13 is a mistake for black at that point of time. It just says bad shape out there. I think there is some, sente move that white can get. I think that's why it's saying bad shape.
So let's say white tries to crawl out.
That I do not know.
Now you can.
So stuff like this can happen, and white lives inside.
No, this doesn't work. You can't take a two-space jump out there.
Oh,
One
yeah,
space jump you can take, yeah.
And white still has an open edge where to keep crawling and make sure they live.
So are we saying it's bad for black?
Well, unless you have an answer for this.
Yeah, white is stealing the corner from under. Yeah.
Like if black does this, now this white stone has nowhere to go and black is secure.
I don't have.
Yeah, the most white can do is maybe something like this.
What is the D13 cut?
That's what the Josekipedia is recommending. White plays D13 first, then black does something or the other. So the point is what Josekipedia is saying, black either plays D12 or B14.
So if white
black has to fix its shape. White doesn't cross cut. White connects, then black connects because otherwise the stone is a problem. After that, white Hanes on the other side.
No problem. I think that black is still very happy.
No.
Connect at E18, play C17. After C18, C17.
Yeah, after C18 you play C17. No. If black plays c18, then white plays c17.
Okay.
At
It
which
still doesn't
point
work.
the Joseki move is black plays c15.
D9.
No, this works, right? Here, then white plays at c15 and then plays at b18. White has enough space to. No, it doesn't have enough space to live. Yeah, it does, right? I mean, black has to connect, save somewhere else in the right thing.
Something like this could happen. No.
I would play f18 now as white. Because white has one eye after playing that sequence. b15. Then black has to fix, otherwise white gets two eyes.
Yeah, so this is probably not the best black move.
Yeah, this is not the best black move. I think this sequence is not the best black move because what Josekipedia is recommending is black gives away that stone.
This stone.
No,
Before-
far behind that.
Uh,
It's saying at this stage, black doesn't play e18. Black just settles by playing c15.
Acha.
It's saying c16 is a mistake.
One sec.
But it doesn't have the sequence.
Right. It's,
But yeah, I think it's the squeeze, right? More than anything else.
Okay. Okay. Now we have seen what happens if white does a double low approach. What if white had done a one side high approach? अब यहाँ पर आंसर क्या होता?
bamboo.
If black does the same thing and now white pushes, black is in trouble because white has managed to come out.
No, but it's a big corner.
Well, at least CBK के वीडियो में they had said कि this is the wrong shape move, this is the wrong Joseki for black to follow. In case
Okay.
white had done a high move.
Okay.
In this case, this would be correct.
Hmm.
Then maybe white would take that and black doesn't have else.
Well, in terms of shape, this looks fine, but
No, in
black
terms
is
of
so
shape,
concentrated then.
this is bad, right? Bamboo joint is considered bad if you want to make eye shape.
Well, black
Yeah,
took the punishment because he technically didn't Joseki.
My point was that bamboo joint is good for connectedness, but yeah, as Shashwat said, there are no eyes there. And
No,
also
start with
it's
the
so
low
connected.
approach, Karan. Don't
Yeah.
start with the high approach.
Yeah.
Yeah, Akshay?
My point was that the bamboo joint was good to stay connected, but then black is not getting anything there. White would have gotten both the corner and the
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering.
height.
Black kind of has
So-
more.
So it's saying
staying
black gets the
connected,
top,
not
white
like-
gets the corner, white gets center.
Yep. This is how the Joseki ends.
I trust Josekipedia more for stuff like this. Just being honest.
Yeah, this site is more of a subset of Josekipedia. Okay, so over here, Joseki is C. Let's go to problem number 4. Answers?
I think everyone's saying D, but Soumya hasn't replied yet. Everyone's saying D right now. Yeah, we can go ahead. Karan.
Okay, so if black plays D, white plays here, who gets more profit? Black is making a three lines, and white is making kitna? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 lines of profit. So that seems fair.
No, but what else can you do? I don't see how to reduce
E, right?
at
Probably.
this stage.
Yep, correct.
I wouldn't expect F to be correct. F is too deep. E, I would expect to be better.
So let's say black becomes hyper aggressive and tries to attack white. So white will just calmly do this. Now this stone is under pressure from this strong group and this whole big wall. So black is in trouble here. So the correct response for black would be this. What are white possible responses? White could either go here, which case black could do that, or if white harness, black will extend up. So now if you see ki black is pushing white to this side and black is getting all of this in his influence.
But that's still invadable, no?
Yeah, it's still invadable. This whole thing of white is also reducible and invadable, but it's a much better proposition from what we just played. It's much better than this.
I didn't even think about that.
So
my thinking was that one corner that has not been enclosed yet, just enclose it.
So something like this is a possibility.
What about D6 for white? So let's assume white doesn't respond. It's a attachment, so white should respond.
So why does this?
Yeah, I'm just curious as to because the other move I was considering was H or C8 basically.
Yeah, so black is not gonna die here.
Black's not gonna die, but white gets the entire side by playing C7 after this.
That and white.
No, the side is very invadable.
Plus O4 is very urgent. You can't really ignore it.
So start with that.
Black's made an urgent move as well. Not just urgent, sorry, it's a Sente move as well.
Start with that. Maybe play high or shoulder hit from here. So white's left doesn't have that much potential.
Yeah.
Okay. Next problem, number 5.
Is it black to play or white?
Is this white to play or black to play?
Everything is black to play.
Okay.
This is actually white to play. The last move was black.
No. The number of stones is saying that it's black. I think he just put the board like that, which is why he's just marking it like that. It's definitely black to play because 6 and 6 stones.
No, it's 6 and 5 stones.
White is 5.
There are 5 white stones.
Oh, I'm blind. Karan, is it black to play? We're assuming it's black to play.
Yes, it is black to play. Did I miss a white stone somewhere? Okay, I probably missed a black stone somewhere. A white stone somewhere. Let's say white had done that.
We
And
can't see the options.
Is this the sequence?
I'm not sure where the last missing stone was, but the answers remain.
Okay.
Well, I can throw in some more answers. Answers?
We have E and F. Let's give Soumya a minute.
I think we have everyone, right? It's D, E, F.
Okay, so if D, white will peacefully make an extension, or even. Okay, so when you plan about where to play next, what is the sequence that you use? Are any of my groups in trouble, or one move away from trouble? Now do the same thing for their side. Are any of their groups in trouble, or one move away from trouble? So on the board, are there any groups of yours that are in trouble that could die if white plays something?
No.
Not really.
Is any group of white in such possible trouble or in very close future trouble?
It's F, isn't it?
Yep, F.
Pranjal's getting everything correct, dude.
Yeah.
Well, you're a high SDK, you should be getting everything right.
I know, I'm disappointed myself. I'm like one stone or two stones away from the correct answer. That's why Pranjal's defeating me in our game, it looks like.
Well, I played a game with Gurmeet and yeah, made some bad choices and about to resign. Yeah, so over here, this is the correct answer because now white doesn't have a base anymore, and
I was actually thinking out here, what would happen? Wouldn't white be able to pincer? Like, you know, just hit, make black heavy, and then pincer.
Or they can pincer. What next?
Yeah, but
Black
white is
run.
too weak. Yeah, black is too strong out there. Hmm.
If black tries E instead, white has now made a base and they'll probably live over here. They can keep attacking from this group.
Hmm.
Okay, problem 6. Answers?
I think Akshay is there.
Wait. Okay.
Yeah, we have F, H, C,
And E.
potentially E. Yeah.
Okay, let's start with H. Black does this. Okay, so does black gain anything or does white lose anything much? But white could just counter attack here. And anyway, also white really doesn't have any potential to get area over here because this black can go here, this black can also come over here. So this is really dead area for rest of the game. So
I see.
H doesn't seem to be doing much. Okay, next is F. Okay, when I saw this problem, this was also my first choice, but it wasn't correct.
Yeah, the reason I had an issue with this move was because it lets white into black's potential more. Right? I'm very unhappy with black's response of it. I would have preferred something like playing P4 myself, if that was an option.
P4.
Something like
Yeah.
that, P4 or a shoulder hit at O4 or something. I think O4 might have been better for black. Give the corner, but keep much of the center.
But how much of the center does black have? Black maybe has this much area. One move from white somewhere over here, and black really doesn't have anything much else remaining. What was the other option?
E.
C,
E and C.
E and C.
E. Black does this. What will white do?
Nothing. Then
F.
Ignore
Yeah,
the
so-
connection. Probably G5 or something if required.
Yeah, white 10 keys. He doesn't even try to connect. So this is a very useless move.
What about C?
Black comes in the middle, gains nothing, destroys nothing. So white would probably just try to take the corners, or maybe do something like this and get more of the side. So the correct answer over here is A.
G. A.
What? Why A?
No. G should have been the answer, no?
Yeah, I would
Now,
have guessed G or
R10.
J16. G or B. After eliminating everything, G and B.
so black does this, white does this. Now this white group is super strong and he can go out do whatever. Let's
Go out
say,
where?
let's say black can repeat again. So stuff like this could happen, and black is now in danger of dying.
But then even with A, white is going to get a base by playing
Plus,
at
black got two
R10.
moves out here, right? I mean, it's
Yeah.
not just one move. Black had to
So-
do two moves to get that impact.
Yeah, so now black has this. Now black doesn't really care if this white comes in, because black already has I shape. Black does this, and he's living no matter what. And now this
Yeah,
white shape,
but white-
it suppose white tenukis. He does something else. White can be split. This ladder works for black.
Interesting. Yeah.
So this makes black stronger, makes sure he can't die because of these two stones. And this white group is splittable, have no base and not much base to run. Yeah, so now this has become an urgent situation for white. White have to fix. Do something like this or do something like this, which or yeah, good shape के लिए ये करना है. But even after white plays good shape, he still doesn't have a base. Now black can continue with this. Or probably first take away the little bit of white base left and then do this.
Very good.
So this looks like a small move, but it puts one of white's group into immediate danger. Problem number 7. Answers?
I think A and D.
Yeah.
I'm worried A doesn't make live Akshay, in which case A is basically a wasted move. Yeah, it's basically I was reading up the same thing. S19, T19, T18,
It,
S19,
Okay, so
Q19,
somebody said
S19.
A.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So does this work?
No, it doesn't work. I missed the throw in actually. Yeah.
So now R19 and this space RMI.
It
And
makes only one eye.
yeah, this is a false eye. Black does this, white does this. This and that happens. So this was a little bit of a trick. Make sure you don't waste moves on a dead spot.
Hmm.
If a ship is dead, don't keep playing into it. You're giving the opponent more points and you are pretty much passing a move.
So what's the best global move?
That was a bit undecided, but people said something like D or over here would be the best move.
What about E?
E. This.
I mean, just strengthening the two stones in the center. I know they don't
So
need
It's just
that much
a
strength. I'm just curious.
yeah. It's just connecting to those.
so how many points does that make black? Makes maybe 3 points for black. So यहाँ पर black has probably this much area. With E in place, black has this much area. So probably 2 points worth of.
Yeah, that's true. But I was thinking more from the point of view of strengthening the black stone so black can invade.
Black can invade what?
I don't know. I was thinking maybe somewhere on N12 going forward. Or maybe C is more useful for something like
Yeah,
that.
so this was another possibility that came up in the videos. Either that, this is a very good end game move, but probably too early right now. Yeah, so the popular choice was D.
Hmm. Oh, this is better, dude. These kind of puzzles. Here you also need to think whether black can live or not. I that's the problem that I find in
In
Sumego.
the video, CBK was a bit surprised that black couldn't live over here, so maybe he got the question wrong also. Yeah,
Oh,
but we come up with the phrase, "Don't waste moves in a dead shape." All right, problem 8.
yeah, there cannot be any other answer here.
I think everyone's saying B.
B. Yeah, correct. So with that, this white is captured, and this whole black group becomes strong. Now suppose black had done something else. White takes this. Now this whole white wall is exerting pressure on the M16 stone. So now black has to somehow defend against it. And white also has this whole big area now. And these three stones are also in trouble between two strong white groups.
Yeah.
Okay, so first problem where everyone got it right. Problem 9.
Yeah. It's similar. No.
answers?
Think. Akshay?
I replied already.
Oh, sorry, I
I'm
missed that.
still thinking
Yeah.
about C.
So we
Maybe my
have
answer is wrong already.
B, C, D, H.
B, C, D, and H.
It's black to play, right?
Black to play.
Yeah.
So let's say if black does this. What of that? Can black still live?
No, black can't, but I think H is very severe, right? White shouldn't just respond. I think H is sent it.
Is it? So how will black follow up here? Descent?
Yeah.
White does this. Honey on top or the bottom?
On top.
On top. Ladder works. I'm just wondering how many points the reduction would be, because my alternative was, let's assume black plays C. Then if white gets a move at like K5 or J5, that would be quite big, right? And black doesn't need to respond. Sorry, white doesn't need to respond to O19. That would be like a huge side for white.
Black also has a pretty comparable side.
No, dude.
11 is only my person.
And this can also be invaded at O2. That is, that red can be invaded. Okay, first I'll just come to this point. You can see this black shape. So normally this is pretty good. But let's say if white gets the additional stone here and here, now this black shape only has one eye now. So typically in games when you see this kind of black shape, if white plays here, then this is Mia for black. If white does this, this is Mia for black. So this is something that you should always keep in mind. So the correct answer here is C. With this, black can live.
Akshay, were you able to see it?
No, I mean, okay, if black makes an eye at Q19, white can always play T18, right?
Yeah, but right now white plays T18 and black connects up by playing N18.
Black is connected.
So what white needs to do is white needs to prevent the connection.
White first plays N19.
Then black captures P19. No. Black can capture. Why does black?
No. Black doesn't capture. Black does this.
Why would black do this? This white pops out the eye then.
Yeah.
P19 again. Black side.
And then P19 again.
No. White plays P9. Why would white do this? White plays P19.
Yeah.
Black is dead now.
Exactly.
No. So what black will do is what black will do is black will connect out here. Black will not play this. Black will connect at P19.
Okay.
Now, if white does not connect N18, then black will
Then get
capture
it.
it in the
Yeah.
sequence that Karan showed.
Ah, okay. Yeah, I didn't see this
And if
connection.
white does
So
this,
white has to connect and black makes the second one.
Okay. Hmm. Cool.
I was just wondering about this because in this particular sequence, black is actually the ends 15 group of black is becoming much weaker. Exactly the sequence. Let's follow the same sequence. White plays N18, black has to play T18. Now, isn't this group very hanging? N15. That's why I felt following this sequence would be a problem. My thought process was yes, black will live, but
okay. So
that's a G
how?
that white will, get.
Okay. So how will white attack this black now?
White doesn't need to attack. Yeah, white can just play something like this. Yeah, play O11, O10 or something like that, and then profit off that.
Okay. So since black is in no immediate danger, black will keep doing his own stuff.
No. So white will put black in immediate danger. White will play something like O11, threatening some sort of a knight's move at M12, which would take away its size. Play O11 instead of P. P10 is too weak. O11, O11. I think
Yes. Large.
I think it's strong enough to stay connected. So now black has to respond because if black doesn't respond, then white will play at M12.
Yeah,
Now
yes.
white can push again at like K13 if I had to play loosely. Oh, Pranjal, what were you suggesting?
K14, very similar.
Huh, something like this. So now black has to run again, and now white is basically weakening anything in the center and potentially profiting on the right hand side.
Yep. Yeah. So white can attack black. Black will have to run, try to get some life or eye space.
So that was actually why I didn't want to play the sequence on the top.
But if you
The
don't play that sequence, then black loses
20
harmony.
points, yes.
Yeah.
Less than 20 points. I think only 16.
Oh, you counted? Okay. Yeah, that was actually my thought process. I assumed 20 points. Then I saw that the J4 shoulder hit could potentially eat at least like 10-15 points and doesn't leave that weakness. So the black group stays stronger.
I think black loses less than 16 points by living. I mean, by dying.
Okay, but does black have a move that can give him more than 16 points?
Yeah, that's the
Any,
question.
any move in the middle game is around 13, 14.
Tengen, favorite move.
Interesting.
Even if you think about it in a real game, you'll always try to save your groups. So right now, I guess the local fight is happening over here. People will be looking at this corner.
Sure, but it's an interesting question as to whether that's still the best move or not, right? Can you go back to the options? Huh.
Yeah, okay, now black takes center with D
Yeah, that's what I was also thinking.
later in the future, so this reduces at least 5 points of white compared to the actual scenario.
And black gets an under the curtain at like K19 later.
Yeah,
Sets
I'm
up the
counting that
market.
as
Yeah.
5 points since half turns up with the white and black gets it. And 5 points for that, and if any middle game move is worth around 12 points, that's more than the life of that group.
Karan, next time you have to get Nick Sebiki, okay? Just
So let's try to get about 1,000 members in the group. Then we can try to get him.
Can we just run this on Sabaki? See what the AI has to say? Or your Lizzie, if you have the SGF?
You can download it from the right, I think. Yeah.
Till that loads. Last problem.
I mean, obviously the answer is E, but apart from that, right?
Obviously, it's C. Correct? Uh, yeah, I don't know how to navigate this. Never mind, बाद में देखते हैं.
Okay, so this time we have G, A, and H.
So G, A, and H.
By the way, I was also leaning towards A. Then
A.
thought I'll check again. All of them.
Now, what would black do? Will black continue with Joseki?
No, black has to defend the side.
So black does that. Black does this. This is also an important point, but white is still very happy to get this shape. So the best move over here for black is taking white's best move. So there is some saying about the limits of Moyo. So over here, white has this as the Moyo, black have this as the Moyo. Both of them are now trying to fight for something over here. So both of them will want to take this spot. And if white doesn't respond here, let's say white does something else, black could possibly take all these three swans also.
Even if white responds, black can make a beautiful wall.
Yeah, and all of this potential that white had is all gone. So yeah, white has to respond over here no matter what.
Basically, whoever gets that point, the wall will point in his favor. Wall
Black can do
can
this.
make a wall.
That. So black is very happy. So if you think about it on the shape, so F also is also good shape, but it is extremely timid. White will still do this. Okay, so that's the end of 10 questions. So if anybody wants to see the original video, you can search for Sibiki lecture 90.
90?
90, yeah. So his video was just under 1 hour long. We have taken 90 minutes to do the same 10 questions.
Okay. And does Sibiki do a lot of lectures like this? Asking.
No. So I was randomly watching his videos and I found this multiple choice kind of video. That's why I took this up. He has other videos जिसमें he covered something about Fuseki and Joseki and whether multiple choices उसमें होता है that I'm not too sure about.
This is a great exercise to do. This is really good.
Yeah, so one kind of problems we can do are क्या वो Tomago. All of them are usually about life and death in small areas. Then there are books in which this kind of whole board problems are given.
There's an app also that has this, but I didn't like it too much. What it did was it took like the first 10 moves of a program and asked you what the 11th move was supposed to be. Which wasn't as comprehensive as what we're doing right now.
Also, often like if you just pick a random game, there'll be two almost equally good moves, and it's just style
Yeah.
in a random position.
And then you don't really know. I mean, the analysis is also not there, right? It'd be great if there's an
Yeah.
app that has the analysis. So why this move or this direction of thought?
So I'll show you a book that I got from Japan. Never got around to reading it, but it also has problems like this. Can you see?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I turn off
Oh, your camera went. Yeah.
problems like this. They're all black to play and 2 or 3 choices,
Mhm.
and then there are answers on the other side. And of course, to understand the explanations, you need to know some Japanese.
If we could speak Japanese or Korean or Chinese, probably
I
we
know.
would get this kind of analysis from even commentary on the game, the professional games. Probably the commentators are always talking about all these analysis for every move.
Yeah, so I think this is another book. A whole board position. What is black's next move? इसमें choices भी नहीं दिया हुआ है. And then answer is on this page. So I found some thread on Reddit which recommended Japanese books. So I managed to track them all down last time I was there.
So the answers are fully in Japanese. The whole book is in Japanese.
Yeah. So only books from the Kisedo publishing company, these are English books. So Kisedo usually has a sale every year. That's when I used to order these books. The Japanese ones are not found too easily. But I think Argia के share drive पर भी all of these books are available, at least the English ones.
Okay.
So those problems which we post every day, Reddit से जो आता है, the Chochikun problems, so that is also a very good place you can do some Sumego every night.
Karan, there's a question in the chat as well. I don't understand it, but I'm assuming you will.
It's about the Japanese script that's used.
It's kanji. It's kanji also. Kanji hiragana. It's normal Japanese.
I think I need to cut you call.
But thankfully, since the books only talk about Go, then the amount of characters you see in the book are quite limited. Mostly it's black and white and tesuji, kanji, things like that. So you just need to know some basic words and some kanji that you know will be used in the book over and over.
Would Google Translate help, like holding a camera on?
Yeah. So if you get that Google Lens, you can just scan your page and it will translate everything. Yeah, so that's the easiest way to translate books. Either you type in kanji stroke by stroke into some kanji recognizer, or you scan it with the Google Lens.
Yeah. Yeah, the Translate app itself has the camera-based translator.
Okay, so you know about 20 kanji. So you will probably need to learn maybe 20 kanjis that will be very commonly used in the book. It'll be words like black, white, move, tesuji, and other than that, you'll just need to know hiragana. So
Preferably
it will,
also correct and wrong because otherwise things will be a
yeah,
little.
yeah. So correct and wrong is usually in hiragana. So what is the correct move for black, or this is the wrong move for white? This is given in hiragana script. But then I don't think you can find these books outside Japan or maybe outside Amazon Japan.
Is it possible to order from Amazon Japan?
I don't know. I ordered it when I was in Japan. But there is already a lot of material available in English through the Kisedo publishing. So that is enough to keep anyone busy for a couple of years. Just get the graded Go problem series, volume 1 to 4, ग्रेट गो प्रॉब्लम्स फॉर डैम्स, उसके भी 3-4 वॉल्यूम्स हैं. Then you have all the reference books like Attack and Defense, Tesuji, Fundamental of Go. So these are all classic texts which everybody follows. And I think all of the PDFs are on that shared drive.
Yeah, probably before ordering, better to go through that collection.
Yeah, if you want to read, then the PDFs are good. But for the problem books, I think the physical book is more feels better in the hand. Flip the pages, check the answers, or if you ever try
I
to do
have
the Chochikun question series, that doesn't even have answers.
I have a Kindle. I'll try to do it with that. Probably hold the question page on a Kindle, replicate it on the board, and then solve it on it.
When you do Sumego, you will directly do it from the book. You normally
Yeah,
want to
small
replicate
Sumeco,
things.
of course.
Huh.
But the whole board situation. I'm not as good as you guys. I take 10 minutes to think about a problem and then.
So the
No, no, we also take 10 minutes to think about a problem.
so in most of these Sumego books, what they say is, if you can't do a Sumego within 30 seconds, skip it. You have to get to the level where Sumego don't take more than 30 seconds.
Yeah,
Instead,
even
do
Clausius was saying, if
yeah.
just think about it for maximum 1 minute. If you can't just look up the answer, then try it again in a couple of days.
Yeah, the important part is you should be able to read it out after you know the answer. It's better to do 100 questions in 10 seconds each than one question in 10 minutes. So that way you're getting reading practice. Okay, next weekend के लिए who will be presenting what? I still have one game left of my Corona Cup.
I think we should do reviews of these Corona Cup games, Corona Cup and Paris.
So I think I've already pasted all the links.
Sorry?
Yeah, so मेरा Corona games I've already posted on the group, and you can see my OGS history if you want to see my Paris games. My Paris games.
Mm.
You have signed up for that new tournament, na? The Korean Prime Minister something.
Yeah, I've signed up for that. Have you as well?
I don't think I will.
You can pay through, what do you call it? PayPal. I posted, right? You can pay through PayPal. It's quite convenient that way. Without PayPal, I was facing a lot of difficulty.
Yeah, PayPal is good, but I've already spent 2 whole weekends into this. Now, need a break.
Sure, sure. I'd like to get Supratik to sign up though. I think honestly speaking, he's probably the strongest in our group right now.
Yeah, but
His
he doesn't show.
OGS profile says that he reached like 1 or 2 times, but he plays very intuitively. I think if he spends some time studying it, he'll get much better.
But he doesn't seem very interested in tournaments.
Yeah.
Hey. Sorry, my boss walked in the room. I have to do something.
What?
Sure.
So what are we doing the next weekend?
Somebody offer a topic on the group and they can hold it.
Yeah, I think let's. My suggestion is let's do Fuseki, because that's what came up last time as well when we asked the people.
So yeah, there are a lot of this kind of multiple choice Fuseki problems which usually take place after 10-20 moves where to play next. So that would be a good way to practice Fuseki, but somebody have to prepare those questions.
Next weekend I should be able to do it. I think I can. I'll see a couple of Nick videos on that. I should be able to find something.
ठीक है, and let people know well in advance. नहीं तो आज की तरह there'll be a small crowd only.
Yeah. Plus, one more thing is I also wanted to talk to Argya about posting on the IAGA wala group.
Are you on that group?
Yeah.
I'm not on
did he
that.
invite people to this meetup? No.
No idea. Okay, let's see what happens.
Cool.
I'll plan it in advance so we can make sure it's posted or something like that.
Well, then that's it for today.
Yeah.
All right.
Thanks a
guys.
lot, everyone.
Chalo, bye.
Thanks, guys. Bye.
And thanks. Bye.